Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie. You may have noticed a change in scenery, and that's because today we're gonna be doing baking with Josie. Since the channel's name is of course Josie's Diary, I wanted to also take you throughout my week. And one of the things I like to do every now and then is baking. So today we're gonna be baking some cookies NYC style. So they're gonna be gooey and chunky and most of all, super delicious. Today I'm gonna be using Jane's Patisserie's recipes. I'll link her website down below if you also want to recreate these cookies. I haven't tried recreating them. This is my first time. So let's get into it. So we're gonna be needing 125 grams of room temperature butter, and then we're gonna need light brown sugar, white granulated sugar, a medium egg, vanilla extract, red food coloring for a red velvet. Okay, I think the butter has become room temperature, so we're okay to go now. I'm gonna be using this KitchenAid that I got my mom for Christmas, just so everything's much easier. And I'm also using this attachment right here. So first step is adding our butter. So this is 125 grams of unsalted butter, and then we're gonna add in our brown sugar and white sugar. So white sugar and brown sugar. So I'm basically just beating that at like a speed of 4 because we also don't want to overbeat it, I think. So I was reading through the instructions again, and she specifically stated she was using her beater attachment. So I just switched out the attachment, and we're gonna go ahead and do that again. Oh my gosh, that's way better. So you basically want to beat it until it's like that creamy consistency, which we've achieved. And now we're gonna add our egg, our food coloring, and the vanilla extract. So I'm using this gel one because this is much better now. Back. We have to make sure we don't include the shell. Yay, good job, Josie. We're gonna be using 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of this food coloring. But one thing that I'm not the biggest fan of when it comes to cooking and baking is all the dishes you have to do afterwards. But we're gonna beat that again. So now we're gonna slowly add the dry ingredients. This is 265 grams of plain flour. Make sure when you're adding, it's like at a low speed so it doesn't fly everywhere. So we're just gonna slowly add that, incorporate that in. We're gonna need 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, 3 of these. So that's 1/2, 1.5. And then we're gonna be needing 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So this looks more pink than red, but whatever. And we're gonna add our 15 grams of cocoa powder. The last part is the sugar and the cookies. And we're only gonna be needing 1/2 teaspoon as well. Add that in. Before we add the cookies, let me just make sure everything's incorporated. I'm gonna be mixing this manually now. We're gonna go ahead and incorporate 100 grams of white chocolate. So I'm just gonna mix this manually. Just gonna run this one more time here on the stand mixer just so everything's well incorporated. Okay, so the reason why I only put 100 grams of white chocolate is because I don't really want it to be a lot. But also, we made cinnamon rolls the other week and we had leftover cream cheese frosting. And I'm just gonna be incorporating this, adding this into the center. This is the only thing that the original recipe does not include. So hopefully this turns out well, but we shall see. I'm gonna roll it into 120-gram balls. And I'm gonna be adding these while we do that. Let me just make sure to wash my hands first. 113, I think that's fine. It doesn't have to be exactly 115. Do this. I have a feeling this is gonna slap. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being biased about it, but I have a big feeling this is gonna slap. I think I'm just gonna do 110, especially with the cream cheese. I think this recipe makes like 6 cookies or something, you guys, okay? So I'm putting these inside because you'll be needing, you need to freeze this for about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna just put this here. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it makes about 6 cookies. Make sure it's super flat. I swear there must be a more efficient way to do this. This is like the last huge one. Always wants to escape. Always wants to escape. Yeah, it's like tiny, like a tinier version of it. And this one, I'm just gonna not even put cream cheese on it. This one needs to go inside the freezer for 30 minutes. Good enough. Timer starts now. So while our cookies are chilling, we're gonna go ahead and clean up our mess, but also preheat the oven to 200 degrees. So that's the oven preheated. And then we're gonna clean up our mess. So it's been 30 minutes and these should be ready. I think this should be enough for all 6 cookies. Baking paper. On her instructions, she does 4 per tray. So I think I'm just gonna do 4 per tray. So we're gonna do this for 12 to 15 minutes, I think. Oh my god, our cookies are done. Let's take them out. And here is our finished product. We're gonna let that cool for about 30 more minutes because that's gonna continue baking. And then we're gonna do a taste test. I'll be back. So here are the cookies. They're still a bit warm, but they're not hot to the touch. So let's, which one do I choose? Maybe I just choose this one because I've been touching it. But like, ooh. What is that? That was so anticlimactic. Okay, let's try it. First impressions. They're definitely gooey. They're chunky and they're gooey. I just don't know why it didn't translate when I was pulling them apart. But they're good. I love them. I love the addition of cream cheese. I love it. But thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed watching this video, watching me bake. If you like to see me bake more, definitely head down in the comments and let me know what you want to see me bake next. Don't forget to like this video and click on the subscribe button. And of course, follow me in all of my socials. Until next time, bye.